It must start. Bro. Yeah, guys, so we're going. Hello.
Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? How are you guys doing? Hey, Georgiana. Hey, Ibro. Hey, Cher.
Guys, ready. So, we just want to big up everybody again. I don't know. Welcome to another episode of Relationship Circle with OJ.
And what is Relationship Circle?
Tell me.
So, Relationship Circle is just a community that we have here, that we come and we share on relationship, meaning love, friendship, family, and all of that. So yeah, that's what Relationship Circle is all about. It is for edifying purposes and for persons to grow and be healthy in their relationships. Yeah.
Right. And for this week, last week we spoke about friendship, and this week, we said we're gonna continue the trend because there's a lot we can say about friendship, and there were some topics that we didn't get to talk about or to touch on. So we say this week we're gonna use the opportunity. And without further wait, one thing, me asking you guys to share the live, we're asking you to subscribe, and we're asking you to like and leave a comment. as we grow to 500, we're almost there. And we're
Right.
grateful for the support that we've gotten so far, but we're almost there. So let's keep pushing.
Yeah, and in addition to that, last week, as Oshane was saying, we spoke about friendship. We spoke about the importance of friendship and just kind of like what does friendship look like and the different things with friendship and all of that. So this week, now, like I would set the foundation, this week we want to speak about building strong friendships, right?
Yeah.
Building strong friendships. So that is what we are gonna be talking about today. Are you guys ready?
I know
Hey,
I
last week
am
some of the people them talk about the things that I wonder if we're ready.
ready, man.
I wonder if we're ready. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
So this week we have two of our special friends.
Yeah. So
And
this
one
week,
person was here before, but the other person is brand new,
so who
new
to
to the
bring
team.
on first?
So
The
I
older
want
or
to
the
make
new?
sure. Bring on the old.
All
Make
right.
sure to make her feel welcome. All right.
So this is our old friend, big old friend, Gianna.
Gianna Williams. Welcome, Gianna.
Welcome,
Hey,
Hello.
yeah.
what's up, y'all? What's
Them
up?
in
What's
the
up?
chat last week. Gigi, you wanted one of them and that taught the things them in the chat.
Yo, last week was a thought, man. Last week was a vibe. I was there. I was ready for it.
And this
Yeah.
week we're gonna bring it even more because we have a lot
Even
to talk
even
about.
higher, even higher.
Right.
I don't know.
And we have no other than Tasha Lee McDonald.
Big up my friend.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah, guys. So as we said, this week we're talking about friendship again. And there's a whole lot we can say about friendship. Last week we talked about the importance
Of
of friendship,
friendship.
and this week
Yeah.
we're talking about building good
Strong.
or strong friendships. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yes. So if I don't see anybody else to big up in the chat, everybody else big up on yourself as you guys come on, big up on yourself. Thanks for coming.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to get right into it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the first question is, what are the most important elements of a successful and lasting friendship?
Mm.
So let me start with Gianna.
Okay, great question. I think like on the top of my head, off the top of my head, I could only think of two. I could think of honesty and compassion. I think you have to be very honest in your relationships with your friends. So you have to like, as we was talking about last week, you need to be honest with your friends to let them know, say, oh, I'm not at this place right now to deal with your baggage. I don't have the time. I don't have the mental capacity. Be honest with them to say, yo, look, like this is where I'm at and this is how far I can meet you. Um, and also be honest in terms of accountability, like, yo, you've been doing some mad thing. You need to
Right.
stop. Like, you need to cut it out. And then the second thing is compassion. And I say compassion because Christian girl like myself, all of us Christian girls out there, whoop, whoop, yeah. We know that God, we know that God has compassion on us
Right.
throughout everything. Like we probably could be labeled as the worst of the worst. Like we've done some really crazy stuff in our lives, but God has had compassion on us and has forgiven us. And no matter what you do, even in the middle of it, God is not going to look at you and judge you. And I think that is the biggest thing. As a friend, you have to be compassionate. You have to understand, say, oh, your friend not perfect. You worse are not perfect. So
Right.
don't look at them with this beam in your eye. Like look at them as, oh my God, this is like the most perfect person ever. And them just turn to the right when they're supposed to turn to the left, and I must still love you anyway. So honesty and compassion, big, big. Have to have those two things.
All right, Tash.
For me, it's availability, accountability, and vulnerability. So you have to be transparent with your friends in your friend group, and just as how you expect to be vulnerable in a relationship, It's
Yeah.
likewise in the friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, you have to love your friends in their love language. Not how you would want to be loved and stuff like that, but you have to understand them. You have to meet them at some point, and you have to appreciate and understand their language.
That's true. That's
That
definitely true.
that's true. That's fact. Like, and I think we kind of maybe we never said it in that way last week, but I
Mm-hmm.
think we kind of did say, you know,
Yeah, yeah. I
friends
agree.
so they need you too. Yeah, yeah. So that's so true. Ocean, there's is there anything you want to add?
I mean, uh, Gianna and Tash basically put it.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah, you know
thinking
what
too.
I
Like
mean?
them kind of cover like all the grounds.
Yeah, because my kind of me like the point that we touch on in terms of love your friends, you know, for them love language.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of similar to a relationship, even
Mm.
though it
Is
different.
so.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
But I think that's very true because you can't know say a friend love what you call her something there.
First, eh? A joke.
No, we're not that about food. You can't know say quality time, you know, say them love chill and talk and them thing that we do. But yet still you are the person with distant from them and
Yeah,
all of them stuff. The
yeah,
Right.
friendship lasts.
right,
And
right.
that it not gonna make no sense.
Yeah, and kind of like how we did that talk about last week, guys. If you haven't watched that video, go and watch it.
It
But
wasn't a vibe.
it can be that you don't know your friend is a texter and you're a talker, but because you're a talker, you call your friend. Like them not even not communicate with you because
Mm-hmm.
that's not their love language. Like they can't speak that
Yeah, you're not gonna get the
language.
best level of communication from
Right, essential. So yeah,
them.
off to a great start. Um, is there anything you guys want to say in the comments? Sharika, where are you this week? Remember, guys, to comment, share your thoughts as we go on. So now we're gonna move to the next question, and it says, "Do you believe in having a best friend?" No, now let's step on people calling them. Do you believe in having a best friend, or do you prefer a close knit group of friends? Oh, hey, Brittany. Hey, girl. Make we wanna say.
Perhaps you go first, girl. Give you the floor.
Okay, I personally don't believe in having a best friend. I have really good friends, I have close friends and everything, but to single out someone and say, hey, this is my best friend, I don't have that. I have friends that I am very vulnerable to. I have friends that I am very open with. I will tell them every and anything, but to have that one person, no, I personally don't believe in that. But
Wow.
big up my community all the time. I love you guys.
Whoa.
That is it. Oh.
Like that's new for me. Yeah. Yeah, that be honest. Like that's new for me. Um, Diana.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a best friend. I have a best friend and I have a close knit group of friends. Like I'm kind of in the middle. Like I believe that there is that one person that you can be really, really close with, like closer than even your circle, like your people. Like within your circle, there's that just that one person where everybody knows, all right, that's the default person. And it's not to say that like, you're not close with anybody or whatever, or that you're singling out this person. It's just the person that you connect with more. It's the person that you have more synergy with. It's more like a soulmate type vibe. um, so yes, I do believe so. I do believe that you can have a best friend, but also your close knit, your family is super important because I think like having that one person is great, but that one person doesn't know everything, and that one person is always gonna be like, "Yeah, man, I true, my friend that." All if you're wrong, they're gonna say, "Yeah, girl, go through." But
Right.
like having that circle, they're gonna be like, "Girl, mm-mm. You needed to check yourself, yes, sir. You needed to." So it gives you like variety. Yeah.
Cool. Shane, what you
What
think?
say you?
Oh, me, I put the spotlight on me. Um, I have both, and I think both works for me. I guess
Mm.
that's my quick answer, or like honest opinion. But yeah, um, I have three best friends, and then I have.
Your
Why look at me
family.
like this? Like what? And then I have different circles. So it has been working for me. So I think for me, it's what works for you. As
Mm-hmm.
such, she don't necessarily have best friends, but she have people that she can be vulnerable with. Um, as Gigi say, for her, having that one person where you know you can talk to and all the time, like that person being available to you and whatever, and then having a circle now where you can always go and share and talk in general is also good. So whatever works for you works for you. Whatever makes your makes you sleep at night, you
Bro,
work with just that. Um,
exactly.
Brittany says close knit tongues.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with Tasha and Brittany in a sense because like for me right now, I not think I have a best friend per
Don't crush
se.
anybody, calm
You know what I
down.
mean? Per se. You know what I mean? But I do have people that I can be vulnerable with or we can relate to in a certain way. We can be fully transparent with and we can get like answers and results. I guess I don't know I can call it best friendships or best friendships because I'm more than one person, you know what I mean? But I think
That's how would be close knit group then.
yeah, so that's why I say I kinda agree with Brit and Tash. But I think like
Brit oh
personally
Brittany.
in terms of best friendship,
Mm-hmm.
the title it basically I'm more than one people that get it because they can't say I have one best friend and then everybody kind of play like you have a specific set of people that play that role there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for me, I don't know.
Essentially, right?
We just
Right.
call them family over here. We don't use that term anymore. You're my
Family,
family.
my
Yeah.
sis. You know what I mean?
Um, how do you express gratitude or appreciation towards your friends?
I love gifting them gifts. Whatever they like, I'm getting it for them
It's the
and
soft
spending
life.
quality time with them
Right.
always. So the long messages, sometimes I'll just wait. I'll share a message with them, or I'll do a post, or I'll just give them a call, like whatever it is. I show it in various ways, and it depends on the person too, because I'm heavy on loving your friends in their language. So it depends on the person, but it's a variety of ways. I do it, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I would say the same for me, but I think where my friendships are, it I agree with Tash, loving your friend in their friend language, but also loving your friend where they are and giving
Uh,
them what they need in that moment. So like for me, my friends, I think I said this once. My friends know I'm not the type that I'm gonna text you or call you all the time. But you need me to show up somewhere. I may be late, but I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna be in the crowd.
gonna
maybe
be
late.
there.
Maybe late.
I'm gonna capture all your content and I'm gonna be posting all about you. I'll be that friend who will sit down and listen to you talk for hours and hours. And you'll be like, Gianna, you're not going to your bed. And I was like, no, man, I'm cool. Like, let's talk. You want somebody to pray for you, you want somebody to laugh, you want somebody house to come stay at. I have an extra room. You want food? My fridge is miraculously only always full when my friends need food. So, literally.
Welcome,
Wow.
So,
my
Wow.
however they need me, and yeah, I show my love in that way, and I've learned over the last year to let them know that I love them. So I'm usually a person, I will do things, but I won't like be like I
Thanks.
wasn't always saying it, right? And big up Jamila,
Ah,
big up you. Yeah, like my friend, she taught me when we just became friends. She taught me that you don't say the words "I love you." You don't add to. You don't. You say "I love you" because that's what it means. It's "I love you." It's not "I love you too." And so all of my friends, when I, especially when I'm telling them that I love them, you're not going to catch me saying, "Oh, I love you too." Yeah, man. It's I love you, and I think my friends know me well enough to know that when I say I love you and when I express that, like, yeah, man, it's true.
Yeah,
It's
it's true.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, I show my expression in text messages at times. Kind of like what Tash said. Like sometimes I wake up and somebody just on my mind and I message them and express my love through that. Some persons I post on my status, but as Tash rightfully said, you have to know your friends and you know who that works for and who that don't work for.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense to post some people and not even ever see it.
Exactly.
Some friend when I necessarily like I watch the status. Like, it's almost like a waste of time to be doing that. And then some people them just need a call, they need
Hug.
a check off, they probably need a gift,
Starbucks every once in a while.
Starbucks, There is just so many different ways. But I think the most important thing is, and I think we will be referring to this a lot for the night, as we talk say, is really going back to loving them in their language.
Yeah.
Because essentially, like as I said, for some friends a phone call will do, for some friends a gift will do, for some friends a text message will do. You just have to listen to your friend
And for
and
some,
meet them where they're at.
a link up will do.
And for some a link up will do. So you have to really just, yeah, because some people you would have called them, and you don't get nothing from them. You would have text them, you don't get nothing from them. But you still want to know link. It's
Nothing.
done. You know.
So,
So
mm,
yeah, you really have to just show appreciation in ways that they have expressed. That's why I'm saying listen. Listen to what they say, listen to the persons they are, and just meet them right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when them silent.
All right. So now, guys, remember to comment so that we can mention your comments, all right?
Yes, please. Talk up in the comments. Do y'all have any questions for us? Like, how do you guys think a great friendship is built?
Yes, guys. Yes, yes. So our next question is, how do you navigate friendships when your interests or lifestyle diverge? So
Mm.
your interest and your lifestyle has changed. How do you maintain or navigate that friendship?
Ooh.
Alright.
I
I think
link for me personally, when I'm going through stuff, I abandon everyone. Like they know that. So during my isolation, a lot will change. So when I'm back at a level where I can talk about the situation that I was going through, then they will know it. Some of them over sometimes they know the changes before I do, because they say, like, Tasha, notice you don't like this again, or you're not interested in this again. So it really just depends on the person in the circle and exactly what changes. Some of them will know, identify it before you, some of them you have to bring them up to date and stuff like that. So it really kind of depends on the situation and what exactly changes.
But what if them say, what if the friend them say you change? Like how you navigate that? Like girl, you change, you not stay, or you need to stay again. Or boy, you change. Oh, me look at you as a girl. Boy, you change.
let's see what I mean.
I don't know, change is inevitable. So if like you can't allow like your partner or your friend to grow, because that's the only thing that will be constant, change. So if you can't now respect my boundary and stuff like that, perhaps you're not the person I need to go to the next level.
Right.
Facts.
So that's how you navigate it. Cool. Brittany
Yeah.
says compromise. Yeah. No.
I
No,
guess it's
Yo,
no.
yeah, deal with it. I guess depending it, you're
touch the
here
nail on the head.
because The reality is sometimes during your change, you realize that you outgrow certain phases or certain friendships because one, you can become more mature and realize probably that friendship that never really makes sense in the first place.
Right.
And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, but also if you know, say you is a person where you can really, regardless of the changes you make, you're the one them in the corner still.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as Brit say, it's a compromise, but also can be an opportunity to teach and help them for growth because change is inevitable, but change can be positive as well as
Negative.
negative. So
Yeah.
depending on the route that you change, you can either have a person for help um, correct your path if it's a wrong path to depend, or if it's a right path to depend, you can be one for help that friend reach the level there where you are at. So it really varies depending on the
Sometimes I was a friend.
mm,
Right. Jana.
I agree with all of you, especially Brit in the compromise. I think like when you everybody as Tash said, everybody change, and if you can't accept the fact that I've changed and I'm different, and there's something wrong with you, and you are not the person I need in my life right now because you want me to stay in my old ways. And on the flip side, if it's a bad change, if it's a change that like yeah man, we know say it's not good for you, then I
mm,
think having like a friend to be like, yo, like this lifestyle part
Yeah.
you going on is not the best. Is not the best. So you maybe need to dial it back. But also as Brit said, compromise. So like I have friends who I actually can't say that.
Yo,
Uh,
Jana,
people.
take us so quickly now.
I'm really man pause.
But
God,
okay, right. So okay, now I know what I'm gonna say. Right. So I most of my friends now, my friend group is I've had them for like what 7 years. So I like other persons outside that from like high school or college that I used to like chill with or something. I don't really see them anymore. But when I see them, I'm not gonna be like, oh, bless the Lord, hallelujah. Like, I'm not gonna come up, not to say that I'm not gonna show that I'm a Christian, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'll judge you and whatever. No, I'm gonna find a common ground for us to talk to. There's always some kind of common ground. Work is a common ground. We're all stressed out. Work is always stressing in some way. That's a common ground. That's a
Right.
common topic. You're gonna go to places that I'm not going to go to. So if you want to link with me, you need to find a compromise. You need to find a nearest Starbucks or a Cafe Blue or somewhere where I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I don't want my other like Christian friends to see me here because like they're
no,
gonna be thinking
what
like
them in the GG.
so it all depends. It's all about compromise, man. Like you have to be able to meet me where I'm at
Yeah.
and say, yo, okay, I'm loving you from there.
Right.
That's
Um,
definitely true.
and I thank you for saying that, Jenna, because that reminded me of an experience where some time ago, some years ago, I remember a friend of mine said to me that I changed. And it's kind of what you were saying, that I changed for the worse. But
Mm,
I think sometimes, and Sharika commented it, and in the same breath, hi dad, welcome, I see you.
What's up, pops?
But in the same breath, Sharika said it in the chat to say, I think honest and open conversations can be helpful too. For
mm,
example, say, hey, I'm not really doing this anymore, then we can work out what that means for us going forward. And that
right.
is true because my friend did just say you change. But the truth is, I was just going through a lot of stuff in my life. And I was at a point where I was becoming somebody that I didn't even realize. And at
Mm-hmm.
that point, when she said that, I kind of felt betrayed. Like, you just dropped me, knowing what I am going through. Because it's not like you don't know. So
Right.
my actions now are because of what I am going through. but instead it's almost like you judge me. Like you never supported me. You just dropped me because you feel like me change. So it's kind of
Exactly.
like what Tasha said, like
Man.
she go through a like an isolation period to like fix what she's going through. But um that don't mean say if you just drop her, which is why I'm gonna say tie back to what Sharika saying is acknowledging it, talking about it, and then saying this is how we're gonna move forward.
That's
You hear
after
me?
isolation for period.
Right. That's what I say. But if you don't understand and you feel like your friend changed, just take a step back a little and see what go on. And then say to them, like, I realize that you don't longer, as Ocean saying, go to the club. Like, what's going on? Are you a Christian now? Have you had a mindset change? Are your principles different now? So you kind of know
Right.
how to navigate that. Because the truth is, you have to treat people like how you want to be treated. How would
Mhm.
you want to be treated in a situation or a scenario like that? You know, I don't want people to just turn them back on you and walk away.
And as Tash rightfully say, some of them we acknowledge the change or notice the difference in a behavior and stuff like that. And that really tell you, say, oh, that person really a friend too. Because for
Yeah.
example, me one time when me just get married and thing, and like all of my bridging them like university and them thing there. You have certain man where we because they know what marriage means. Even though we used to go out or have certain conversations before, then we be mindful of certain things. When them a talk to me about certain stuff, then we say it differently, or then we ask my opinion instead of really saying I should do this or I should do that or
Right.
whatever. So the conversation kind of switch up now,
Yeah.
and the
The
and the
dynamic.
and the dynamics kind of change
Right.
because the reality has changed, but the friendship has not. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's got like Ocean mentioned, getting married. That too, that caused a lot of change. Like being married, in navigating like that and what that means. Enough people might say, you're married and changed. When
Yeah.
you
And that's
kind
good.
of yeah, you
That's
kind of
good.
Yeah.
adjusting
Yeah.
to like a new environment, a new space, you becoming one with somebody else and
Mm.
all that. So that's what I'm gonna say. It is better for you to be gracious in the situation more than
Yeah.
just say, Gigi, you changed. And
Right.
you're no longer this person.
Well, of course, I'm married now. I'm a wife. What you talking about? Of course, I gotta act accordingly.
Right. But it kind of carries us to the next question that asks, do you believe in maintaining friendships from childhood, or do you think it's normal for friendships to change over time? Do you believe we should have to them friends from the past, or if we just drop them? I
I don't
not
believe
necessarily drop them, but do you think it changes over time? Guys, remember to comment, share the live, and subscribe. What do you guys believe? What do you say? Hmm.
I'm not going to maintain a friendship because we are childhood friends. Like
Mm.
I'm not on that. I'll cut anybody off that's not serving me. That like I am like that. So and I can't deal with high maintenance friend either. Like
I think God. Preach it.
exhausting and all of that. Like for it and my mental health come first. I'm not going to deal with all of that. So I'm just gonna take a few step backs and call it what it is. But
That is it.
not I'm still going to be gracious, but I have my boundaries. Are you going to respect them? How do you serve me? How do we make meaningful relationships? What is it the benefits of being your friend? Am I always drained around you, or do you bring me some type of peace or something? But it's not going to be on the basis that okay, I'm going to still be friends with you because we grew together. Like I'm not for that. I'm not for that.
Sure, you guys say that again for those in the back.
Uh, I think I like I'm on a same, but it's like a little bit more over to the little more diplomatic side. Like, I don't have a problem having friendships from I'm a kid, and I don't have a problem maintaining that. However, if don't have a problem maintaining it if we both change as we go and we adapt to that change and we're compassionate to the change. So
Yeah.
as long as you know that, yeah, man, we've been friends since I was like in Pampers, but I'm 24 years old now. You can't talk to me a certain way, or there's certain things that you're not gonna do. There's certain things I'm not gonna say. You know, you are cognizant of where I'm at now in my life, and I am the same for you. And we can love each other from that place, and meet each other's needs, as Tash said. Because every relationship, there's a form of transaction. So if you're not meeting my needs, if you're draining my energy,
Then
you and me and you could have been at the same room together, sis. I'm cutting you off. Why? Because there's no point in me keeping that relationship if it's not
it's no
benefiting
longer
me.
serving you.
Exactly. And it's the same thing. If you realize, say, yo, me as your friend, I'm not benefiting you anymore.
All means
Why?
Please,
Boy, business. Go, like, no, for real, like, go, because then you're gonna start resenting me, and I'm just gonna be over here
well,
like, I'm such a
that's
great friend. And I'm not. I'm a horrible friend to you, and I probably wouldn't have known. Like I wanted to say earlier, adult friendships are so, so difficult, and it takes this level of maturity that you have to be honest. As Sharika said, you have to be honest and you have to be open. So if I'm not being a good friend to you anymore, if your love languages have changed and I don't see that, and I'm not meeting those needs, even if, as I said, we've been in diapers, let me know. And if I cannot serve you in that way, cut me
you
off.
just can't.
I
Yeah.
just can't. I literally just can't. So go on, get new friends.
I agree with what Jan and Tash said. And the reality is, not everybody where you start with you can finish with.
Exactly.
Wow. That
that
sounds
that
so harsh though.
no, but
it's
that's
hard, but it's the reality.
the
Yeah.
truth. And as you grow, people's definition of what a friendship is can actually change. You know what I
Sharika
mean?
said weird there.
So so character traits change, mindset change, a way of thinking change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So um it now gonna always be the same. So people are gonna drift. The most I can say, that person that was my childhood friend, or I know that person that are move from friendship to probably associates or something like that. But
Wow.
the reality is,
The man is spitting it.
if if you realize that your journey and their journey is different, and there's no way that it can both correlate or coexist, then you just have to move forward.
Sharika said, Mr. Williams, that hurt but are true. My God.
You know what I want to add? You see, if you have to cut me off, don't have it up. Don't have me up. Like I feel like
Right.
persons
That
think
question I come
people
up
don't
with.
have friends
Yeah.
anymore. That they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we're not friends anymore. It has to be a bad reason. Like I have to
Yeah.
hate you because we're not friends. Sis,
Nah.
you live on the other side of the world and I'm in Jamaica. We can't be close friends anymore. We're now associates, we're acquaintances. Yeah, that me
Right.
up and say, hey, how you doing? Your life good? Yeah, man, cool. Keep it moving. I'm not
Right.
your enemy because we're not friends anymore. And even if you did
Right.
something to me or I did something to you, when you forgive me and I forgive you, manners takes it all around the world. Good day.
Right.
Hello, Miss Williams. Hi, Mr. Williams. Hey, go about your business. I
Right.
don't hate you. I don't hate you. And but we're just not close. Like the friendship changed, but I don't dislike you as a human being. Yeah, human
Yeah.
Right.
being love is
That's true.
And
Um,
then our life state too, you can say, probably not friendship, but a link. Say no, say me that other level here now. We used to be friends when we were younger. You come to me and need some assistance, probably me
Awful.
probably me at my work at depot or my work at tax office, and I say, oh, say me know one person who work this, and now we used to be friends.
yeah.
Can still have a little conversation,
Yeah.
can work
Yeah.
stuff out, because there's still some form of bond or
Yeah, it was
relationship.
just
We
not
just
close
not
as
really,
before.
isn't it?
You just need to accept say I'm a link down at the tax office.
Exactly.
You know that. You know this. I mean they in at the cook shop and you want one food. Boom.
Yeah, I'm here the link up at the food shop.
Yeah,
Period. Yeah.
Exactly. That's how it works.
have a
But
link in our bank. They say, yeah, man, me and the link, yeah, man. Whoever good with
Exactly.
that.
yeah, but to add to it though, because I think I have a fair experience of that. Hey Bray, hey Bray, hey Janelle, and funny enough, for Janelle, me never talk about now. So I have, I have like a fair example or story or whatever to that where I would have had friends from I was a child, and thank the Lord, those are some of my bestest and closest friends now. But as Tash rightfully said earlier, it shouldn't feel like because me and your friend from we are child, me and my have to maintain the friendship. No, the
Right.
friendship makes sense. So it's not that, because me and them are friend from we are picnic means we're maintaining it for that sake. Get me? So let me just clear that first. But like for example, myself and Janet were just friends when we were growing up. So like I've known Janet from like I was 4, 5 years old. I know I'm 2020. 2020, so old though. But yeah, and we were not best friends until probably like 4 years now. So that is to show you that at first you were just friends, you know
Yeah.
just friends and whatever, but over time, luckily for us, our friendship grew and it changed and it blossomed into these beautiful things years later, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have some childhood friendships now where, as you rightfully said, Gianna, I have some childhood friendships now that young people are just friends, right? Um, but me know somebody up at that part there, and we can always call them and say, "Rokum kum
Yo.
bam bam bam," or bam
Exactly.
bam, yeah. But not necessarily like to say whatever.
Actually, I say sometimes, most
Most
time it's
time it's
hard.
hard to cut off friends that you grew up together.
And
That
And
is
that's facts.
and it is because
Definitely.
of what Gianna said a while ago, with where people make you feel like you're obligated to them,
I'm
and
not.
because of that, you are not able to cut them off because everybody got them feelings.
but
There's
Yes.
something there, and then they make it feel so uncomfortable. So it's almost like you tie up in the friendship because you feel
And
obligated.
you can't get out. Yes. And again, I'm not talking about completely cutting them off,
yeah,
I'm
that's
talking about distance now. I'm talking
Yes,
about
yes,
That's
you and
good.
I, we have been bosom buddies from you dip on the bosom and me dip on the bosom too, but we're no longer on the bosom. You're there and I'm here. No, Janelle, of course I'm obligated to you, and that's forever. And like that's there's no other choice. I don't have no choice there, Janelle. You get me? But I'm
what
just
the
saying, like,
reality.
would the relationship change, yo? The relationship just changed. We're just no longer
yes.
close anymore. That
But,
means that
and let me
you
just
are now
add,
my friend that I'm only gonna link up, sorry, Jam, when it's Christmas, when it's New Year's, and on your
yeah,
birthday. I'm gonna tell you happy birthday. I'm gonna
yeah,
like your photos on Instagram. I'm gonna repost if I want to repost if you said something funny, and that's it. That doesn't
yeah.
mean I don't like you. We're just
Because what I'm
distant.
saying is, our next question is actually that. So let me just ask it so we can answer it literally. So it is: have you ever outgrown a friendship, and how did you handle it? So I have a story to tell. The friend name I'm a friend now, same way. But I remember some years ago, and I can't call their names because I have things that we talk about and trouble each other
Hmm.
currently. But I remember years ago, Renee was my best friend at one point, and Janelle Kenyan, not Williams. And kind of like what I said, Jana, myself and Kenyan were friends, but we were in two different space and places. So made it hardly see her. It's like she had the last person who know things. And it just never did that make sense, right? But funny enough, me and Tash at one point were best friends too. But we did just eventually, like, life happened and we did grow apart. And we dealt with that amicably. Like, we never did. And it just come to me a while ago that we never even argue about it or anything.
Mhm.
We just accepted that, yo, you're in a makana, me in a your car. Right, but back to my story. So in telling, like, I called Kenny on one day and we did have an open conversation. And then I talk, I say, girl, you know, me not think it makes sense we call each other best friend. Like, it now make no sense. And she was just like, Jamila, I agree. And I think it's a fair, like, decision to make. And, like, we're always be cool. Like, always be my sister. Like, always in your corner. And I know that I can depend on you. Why with Renee? That never happened with her. The lady vexing me. The lady malice me. The lady up me up. She up me up. But then that's when I learned, no, as a Tash started with people love languages and the difference in friends and friendships and whatever. So here am I expressing that to somebody else and them cool with it, but then next person
It's
hate me.
like, no.
So how do we handle these things? We handle them by just being honest.
Yeah.
And you have to know your friend to know how to bring across that to that friend. Some people, it cannot be a text message. It have to be a in person kind of thing. Some people, you just have to bang and bang till them realize that, oh, it not work out. Because some of them, if you be so blunt with cutting them off, that's it. That like you cut them off. Because some people accept those things kind of differently. And but glad to say, over time Marinee spoke about it, we spoke through it, and after a while she understood what I was saying. And she realized that it was nothing offensive or nothing to harm. It was just how I was feeling in the time or at the moment. You get me? I say, I know Renee, I want to be closest friend. But Brittany said, some people you just have to ignore them because, oh my God.
I
But yes, I would say, repel, even though for some person, as I said, because you grew up with them, it is harder for you to cut them off because you have a soft spot for them. I think over time, if it's not serving you, then it is okay for you to find a way to express that to them.
As I rightfully said, though, them just to know say, yo, we not talk as much, but yeah, in
They
my
still
corner
want,
same
yeah.
way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
Kamala one of my closest friend. But we not talk. Yeah. Anytime we all a reason we can know say oh, the energy still there and the vibe still there. But
Yeah.
at that then you have friends we have we just not talk with period. We just like each other's status or
As what Jana
Instagram
said.
posts. I would know say, yeah, I'm a link that same way.
Mm-hmm.
And that for sure say oh, their presence is just still there. Because you don't have the talk relationship and I know so in a two different world. And I know so they grow apart. But I know so there's still a link. And
Yeah.
can big up straight anywhere in there in the world right now.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of person that he is. Him not talk a lot, but him just make you know say I'm still in a space.
Right. I'm gonna send you all of the memes, man. That's how you know I'm there.
That's what I did Bernardo last week, right? All right. We coming down a little. How do you handle conflicts or disagreements with friends?
tell them
Ooh.
Yeah, if you can't be adult enough to talk about it or to deal with it. And I guess it depends on the kind of friendship. it definitely does depend on the kind of friendship.
Me not saying me an expert in that one here, because
Because-
me deal with what I'm now friendless from those friends. Yeah, I can answer that.
you have friendships where you and them can cuss, argue, good. You wonder if the two are not go war. War too. And thing and say yo whatever, but at the end of the day, the next day, we're not good again and you not even have to talk about it.
Yeah.
But you have friends where like you literally have a conversation and say yo, this not make no sense. But if you guys can't be adult enough to like have a real reason, because you have some people who just malice you and say nothing to you because they felt like you offended them. But
Brittany
I just disappear.
Brittany said she disappear and then on the confrontation. It's that.
no, you have to do it. But you have like you can the reality is sometimes you can give them space and thing, but when I have to talk about it, especially if I want friendship on a value and you know say oh, them are gonna have it half certain way. You talk about it.
That's
And nobody say nothing behind them back. You reason with them in them face.
true. That
Yeah, I just always tell my friends my mind. Like you can take a week or not more than a week though. You take a week, yeah, I just tweet and then we'll talk about it like adults. For me, you're going to know when something wrong.
is
Not keep it inside. I'm telling you what is wrong.
me that.
After that, we can move from it. But you're going to know. You're going to know. Back then, in my previous circle, probably I would have leave it for the sake of peace, but that never ever worked out. If you have a friend or a relationship and you can't express how you feel, like that doesn't make sense. So I'm going to tell you. I'm working on how I translate the message, though I'm working on that part, but you're going
That
And that's my problem too.
of it.
That is my problem too.
For me, I think I'm like Brit. I gotta take, but I'm disappearing because I need to meds out the situation. Like I will have an issue with translating the message because you get me mad right enough, you know. That may just be the end of the friendship.
Right.
But I'm gonna let you know, but like I'm gonna let you know off the jump. Like what you said, it hurt me, it made me feel away. I'm gonna need some time. And then when I take the time, I'm gonna meditate out, I'm gonna play out all of the scenarios in my head, I'm gonna get out all the anger, I'm gonna cry if we need to cry, whatever. I'm gonna come to you and I'm gonna say, yo, you see this what did happen, this is how I felt, this is why I reacted that way, and I'm sorry, you know?
Yeah.
And let's get back to it.
Daniel says, "But just say how me feel and leave it at that,
That's facts.
and leave it at that." Period. I would say that as me say a while ago, I don't think I deal with all of them the best way possible because I would have dealt with a friendship situation already and lost a friend. But I will say, kind of like what Tash said about working and just being blunt. Because the reality is for me, if we're not good, I'm gonna feel so uncomfortable.
Oh my God,
I'm
same.
not going to be able to call you and talk to you and laugh and all those stuff. So essentially, like I have to get it off of my chest. And it, I'm in a relationship. My husband know, like, if me not talk about the things them, like, me just can't get past it. Like, me just don't know how to be myself without being so honest and open with you. Like, me have to really come and say, this happened, this that bother me, you know? And then when we talk about it, me good again. As I said, maybe my approach sometimes in talking, like the methods, whether I call or text, or just how I word it and how I say it, maybe I can improve on that. But I mean, I think for me, I was just thinking that we have a little disagreement. It's no harm. I'm just a share of a few, but I guess you know that everybody can can read into that.
And problem.
Yeah, cause me a girl like send it one long message and I tell
Oh
you what
God.
going on.
You're gonna get a voice note from me, friend. You're gonna get it. It's gonna be
You
7 minutes
should not
I'm
send no message.
long.
because I want to see facial reaction, everything. I need to see it.
Right? Yeah. So either we're up on a call or we're there face to face. We're not really send a message like that. And
Yeah, too
early
much errors and call
mm, but I'll have a authentic conversation, express how I express myself, whether anger or whether calmness. But my thing is once me start talking, I gotta be real and I gotta be blunt. Me not gotta pretty it up. And that's I guess that's something what me I work on too. Even in a relationships too. Sometimes Jamila says not what you say is how you say it.
Oh,
Sure,
yeah.
got see? Yeah, the how is very important.
Yeah, so
Right.
so I guess that is something that I'm still working on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because sometimes you can say some things to people and you really don't mean it no way, but it's really how you communicate that. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
have a
what you say and your choice of words and like sometimes you
That's
have
the,
to say what you don't want to say, in a way that you say it.
that's why I need to, that's why I need to increase your vocabulary. So,
That's why you read and you write.
so I
Like for
can
me, I have to write it out because I feel
channel
like
that.
in the moment. Oh, sorry to cut you, Shane.
Oh my god.
Oh, I was saying, okay. So I was saying, like, I have a right to, because, like, in the moment, I'm gonna look for you and I'm gonna see your face. I'm gonna say, you know, oh, she's just too pretty and she's just too cute. Okay, never mind. No. And then it may just take, I may have it on my heart. Like, I have to write it out. I have to write one long paragraph. I have to, like, send out 5 voice note. Like, just to, like, get everything off of my chest. And then
Right.
after, if you want to have a talk about it, fine. Because, like, it get the writing and the talking it out, it gives me time to like really process it and look at the full situation to say, all right, cool, yeah man, this did hurt me, but I never that them did really mean, or them didn't really mean what them say, but it never did supposed to hurt me in a way there. Why is it hurting me? Is it that I'm angry at them for something they did, or is it like a
Or
trauma
maybe you
response?
right.
Yeah, right. Like writing it out, it gives me that time to like really look at it, and it has saved all of my friendships so far. Amen.
Amen. Love that. My cousin said we are cause it's stuff for life, Jack. Period. But yeah, we move. Wait, let me see what Sharika said. Okay, yeah. So writing also helps you to choose the words carefully. You can say
Yep.
what you want, but also edit and use another word. Yeah, man, enough time I write things and me have to delete and
I said, no, not that one. No.
I really some if you say it. Let me just fix that.
That's what I want to say, but I don't want to hurt your feelings. I gotta.
Can't do that. Me just have to
Yeah.
screen and say
No,
it how.
no, you can do it, baby. It takes a little.
And then the writing, yeah, but I feel right out long message more right.
That's how it is. That's how it is. You'll get better at it. Just practice. All right. How do you support your friends during challenging times?
Well,
Mm.
again, I think that goes back to what Tash there
I
said.
met them say, well, go back to the touch say.
I'm
Oh,
telling
yeah,
you.
a person for them language because some people know why I say nothing to them. Like how Tash is an isolator.
I mean,
Yeah, she don't want to say nothing. She just want to know, say, all right, yeah, we did it. If you call, you'll be present and stuff like that. Then you have people where they want to drag you in a them challenge and make sure you say they and go with you and walk with you, go down the road and be with you in all of the journey and everything. But I guess it really depends on the kind of friend.
Mhm.
And
the personality.
Yeah.
me, me kind of similar to Tash in terms of the isolating thing, but I'm working on that because I've learned that it's not the best
It's
of
not.
approaches.
It's not.
So,
Says the wife. Says the wife.
It is not.
for that space.
I think for me, my favorite question to ask all of my friends and
Daniel
something I
said Sheffield,
started to
right?
do
Because
is
I said the wrong thing.
exactly. Like I ask my friends, like, how can I help you in this
In
situation?
this, wow,
Like, what do
such a
you need
friend,
from me right now?
such a good friend.
Like, what you need? Do you need Starbucks? Do you need me to cook dinner? Do you want me to come over?
Yeah, I'm just listening.
Do you need me to just listen? Do you want me to cry with you? I mean, either way, I'm going to cry because it's ripping me up inside. Like whatever you're happening, you're gonna be like, why are you crying? It didn't happen to you, no, but I feel it
Mm-hmm.
right here. Like you want me to, as you say, if you need me to walk down the road with you, I'm there. I'm there. Like as long as I have the capacity and as long as I can do it, I'm there. But I'm also gonna tell you like, okay, can't walk down the road with you today, but I'll stay on the phone with you while you walk down the road. Sure.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Tash.
Well, for me, it depends on the person. I have few friends that are like me. They would want me to just leave them alone after they deal it on their part. They are open for whatever. So it just really depends on the person. But I am the friend, the all-rounder friend. Say, as Jitania said, you want me to cook for you? Do you want me to come over? Do you want to go to a spot? Just sit silent? Do you need a listening ear? Whatever you want. Once I'm not going through anything and I am available mentally, I will be there. So I'm strong on loving people in their love language. So it's what they want from me in that
In
moment.
that,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's true.
And just to share what Danielle said, she said Gianna was the bestest when my mom passed. She spoiled me. Oh, that's so nice.
Forever, babe. Forever, forever. My
Yeah,
friends know this. My friends know. Like, if there's one thing I think all my friends can say is Jana is always buying me something.
food.
If I can't help you, like do you want a lollipop? Do you want some food? We're not gonna go hungry. You're depressed, but we have to eat. You have to eat. You have to have Starbucks. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I think as you guys rightfully said though, it's really meeting people where they're at in their time of challenge. And sometimes some challenge bring or they require different things based on the challenge that they're going through. So maybe for example, if they might go through a breakup, you have to just be there in that way. That a breakup brings a different person out in comparison to like a death or so
Yeah.
I think different challenges require different support or
Yeah.
different showing up for people, and then everybody is different too, so you have to also understand that um some people internalize them challenges or them situations. Some people will just text you and just tell you what's going on with them. And if texting is what you can do to support them, then you do that. If
Mhm.
listening is what you can do to support a friend, then you do that. But as Tasha rightfully say, it all goes back to that loving somebody, they need you to love them.
Mhm.
Showing up for somebody how they need you to show up for them. And not what you feel like.
Oh,
And not how you feel
preach.
or how you think you would show up. You get what I mean?
That's
Yes.
true.
Mhm.
You gotta step back, step out of your mindset and really be there for them how they need you in that moment. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, you might feel like, for example, Gigi, I might be going through something and Gigi I come every day I check for me. But I don't want Gigi to come every day and check for me. When that situation done, I will not feel like Jenna was being supportive.
Exactly.
Jenna will feel like she was being supportive because she was calling me every day. You get what
Yeah.
I mean? So you don't want your effort to go unnoticed because then yet again that carry back to the challenges and the situations and the conflicts. And
Mhm.
in that you have to say, imagine
Yeah, every
me
day.
get up every day I call Jamila. And me did it for Jamila The girl ungrateful. And you're gone in a cause you in your head you say, but
I
I
was
was
the best.
doing
Amazing. No.
poor me never did I accept it. Poor me never did I read into what you were actually doing. So you don't want that. So as a result of that, really and truly assess the situation. And the most important thing, I think Jana said it, ask.
What do you
Ask.
need, man?
Like you're going through this, what you need me to do? Like how do you want me to support you? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And that's the best way that you can support your friends in a challenging situation. All right. And we have
Got you.
two more questions and then we're done. Right. So, how do you maintain long distance friendship? How do you maintain them? Do you just say, oh, bye?
No, for me, all my friends and I are almost the same. So it's not a matter of fact where I on the phone with them or I have to constantly text them. It's not like that. So whenever they come to visit Jamaica, we decide to do a friendship cation or whatever, then we'll stop, the energy will still be the same and stuff like that. So as I say, I don't have high maintenance friends, which is good. So the energy will still be there every now and then, probably once a quarter or something like that. We'll talk, or but they know that if they ever need me outside of that, I'm always a phone call away, I'm a text message away, I'm always available. Just say the word and I can't be there, but I'm there.
Right.
But
Just before we continue, let me just put what Sharika and Janelle said. Well, the last question. And we have to realize it's not personal. I don't want to talk about it, and it's not about you.
Yep.
And then Janelle said, and if you are at a place that you can't support, let them know. That's so true.
Yep.
But
So true.
sometimes you really go to your own pain.
And you don't have the capacity.
Right. And Sharika said, if I reject the invitation to go to Starbucks, rejecting you.
Exactly.
Don't take it personal. Don't be feelings now. Jenna, how do you maintain long distance friendships?
Oh, I have a scenario. I have a situation actually. It's like the same point, the same actual topic. One of my closest friends, she's in the chat right now. Big up you, girl. Big up you. Love ya. She moved away, and or I think our relationship kind of changed in that we weren't like we didn't talk as often, and she reached out and she was just like, "Yo, what going? Like, are we
Mm,
friends? You know, do you want to maintain a friendship?" And it shocked me because I was like, oh my god, like of course, you know. But I had to realize like I was not being a good friend to her because I wasn't meeting a need for her. And in terms of maintaining those long distance friendships, I think that conversation, one, having a conversation. You're going away, I'm here, you're here. We're gonna be living two different lives. How can I stay
talk
connected?
about it.
Staying connected is the most important. She said it. She have to raise me up, Patricia, raise me up, man. She said, "Yeah, girl, you're not going with it. You're not going with nothing good." And I appreciated that. You know why? Because I realized I was not meeting my friend's need, and um, so the main thing is communication, staying connected. Like you kind of have to realize and put yourself in their position and realize, okay, they now live in a different country. That means that they're gonna be experiencing a whole lot of new things, and all the things that they love, all the things that they're used to, they're not there anymore. And you're one of the ways in which they stay connected to what is going on. And so you kind of have to present yourself, and I think, especially like in the early stages too, where you have to just present yourself and say, yo, I am your cultural ambassador. I'm going to tell you everything that's been going on at church. I'm going to tell you everything that's been going on in the people in life. Um, but
Yeah,
also, again, a
PG,
question
yeah,
is
preach.
important. The question is important. How can I serve you? Now that our friendship has changed, your long distance, how can I help you? Like, you know, is it that you need me to call you, or is it that we need to like set a date every single month? You and I are gonna have like a phone conversation. You're gonna go to the Starbucks, in Canada. I'm gonna go to a Starbucks in Jamaica. We're gonna have a Starbucks date. Is it that we're gonna have to do like Lady and the Tramp type vibe over the phone, like
Starbucks.
whatever you need? I love Starbucks, guys. Starbucks.
I feel
Hello.
like Starbucks need to get something ambassador job.
No, but it's true. Like, however it is that you need me to support you, um let me know, and I'm gonna ask that question. And that, our friendship, me and John, like, that taught me that like asking that question is super important. It's not just when your friend is going through something, it's like
Yeah.
at all levels. Like, and it's something I need to implement, to hold me to it, guys. But like, as the years go on, you set like New Year's resolutions for your life, and set a New Year's resolution for your friendship. Ask your friend, how have I been serving you this year? Have I been meeting your need? How can I serve you next year? And then you kind of figure out a way to compromise and meet each other's needs so that the friendship serves you. And also so you can realize, say, okay, yeah, this friendship, and it doesn't serve me anymore. And so it
Yeah.
it can go, But maintain those long distance relationship by communicating. As soon as like the person run on your mind, send them a text message, call them. You don't know what it could do like for them in that moment, because it really helps. And even the like vice versa, where my long distance friends, they've called me or text me at some random times. And if you guys just don't even understand how great it is to be like, oh my God, I'm not all by myself in the world. There's somebody in another
It's
country
thinking about.
that is thinking about me, right? And
Yeah.
it's so freeing. It's so amazing to know that, like, the entire world is going on. You're going on about your life, but you had like 5 seconds to think about Gianna, or think about Janelle, or think about Tash, or the Williamses. Like, you had 5 seconds in your life, and you took those 5 seconds to link me. Yeah.
Yeah. I must say that I agree with you as it relates to maintaining it. Yes, I have important point about communication. And
Mhm.
another point that I would want to add is intentionality. Like,
Yes.
you have to be very intentional. Like, as you rightfully say, if it is that you have to set a date and to ensure that you're connecting, you gotta do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And myself and O'Shane would have had to do that because with some of our friends, because we're not all in the same place. So we meet every Monday at 8.
Ooh,
And
fancy.
we speak and we whatever. And you know why? Something that we realized after a while. You see, when we meet on Mondays, we don't hear back from them because life happened. So just imagine if we were not being intentional about like that link.
You never hear from them.
Not necessarily never, but it wouldn't be like, what's the word? Like more like uplifting or
Yeah,
empowering,
yeah,
right? Because you wouldn't have the time. So what we do, them time we used to say is 1 hour. Now 2 3 hours, because we know that after after Monday, maybe like if you know something a man them have to do something for you, or you do something for them, or them I go through something personally differently from like the group, then you and them communicate and whatever.
yeah.
But really and truly, it takes intention. You
Yeah.
let me tell you why. You have some friends that you would have always been talking to. So that them friendship they don't have to worry about. But you see the friends that you were not necessarily seeing often and all of that, you realize that after a while those friendships start to deteriorate. And that,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, you know how long me not talk to Ocean?
Good
Because
for.
now O'Shane is no longer here. You're no longer seeing him places that you would walk upon him. You are
Yeah.
no longer whatever. You get what I mean? So you have to make a conscious effort. And as Gigi rightfully said too, a lot of times when people move across the world, guys, it's a lot. They deal with a lot. As Jana rightfully said, culture, there's no friend or even if there are friends around, it's different. There's no family, there's not a lot of people for them to depend on. And so you can't expect, say, the people that are gonna call you. Because that's, a lot of times when people move away, friends sit down back a yard and I say, boy, Jamila not even call me, or Gigi not even call me. Have you called that friend? Have you text that friend? Because they might be going through a lot of adjustments. So when is it that you're gonna come out of your head and say, okay, maybe they're adjusting and them not the adjustment well. You know what I mean? And that's why we need to support them. And as Tash said, when you do that, when them come to Jamaica or when you go with them there or whatever, or it can be a Kingston or Westmoreland friendship, it have to be like overseas, when them come in your area, that, oh yeah, the friendship continue and the friendship no change and it good same way. And why am I say intentional too? The last point is I have a friend that I live in Kingston, she live in Mandeville. Friendship never even glitch. Because we were very intentional. We made efforts, right? So for example, Jade coming to Kingston for the weekend, she's texting me. She's saying, girl, I'm coming to Kingston. How can I see you? You know what I mean? If I work, I go there here for 3 hours. Oh, I can't see you. And then me say, oh, I have lunch that time here. She said, all right, I'm gonna take my lunch that time here. And even if I eventually there, just the effort and the intentionality of saying, girl, we are friends, we gotta see each other, we don't see each other often. You know what I mean? Me I go country, even if me not to drive, Mandeville directly. As long as we're going that side, we're driving that way. Even if it's 5 seconds just to hug the person and say, yeah, man, love you same way. So I think maintaining long distance friendship really is people communicating, people being intentional and all of that. That is like the best way. I remember Janelle's first Christmas in Canada. I say, my friend alone there in Canada, like, let me just send her a nice little gift. And it was not big, like it was not expensive. It was just the thought, girl, keep warm, thinking about you. So sometimes we overthink these things and we make it seem like
Yeah.
really just if you want something to work, just meet the person and make the person meet you. I want to work it out. And as Gigi rightfully said, ask, how can I serve you? How can I be a better friend? Like, what do you like about our friendship? How can we improve this? If it is that we're really leaning to healthy friendships. And to wrap it up, last question. What do you enjoy doing with your friends? Or Shane?
Yeah, everything except having as a friendship or a relationship is just that the intimate to your partner. Ain't it so?
Well,
Definitely agree.
well, since I definitely agree, tell me some things that you like doing with your friend, Tash.
I like going out. I know I have one friend that loves to party. I'm not a party type, but I enjoy partying with him. I have friends that just like the restaurant, the adventure, so just everything. I'm that all rounder friend. I just like being outside, Girl, you want
Exactly.
to go there? I'm there. Yes.
I mean that to you.
Yeah.
Starbies, duh. All of my friends know. Yeah, like I don't work. I don't work in an office. I work from home. So if I'm not home, if we're not gonna link at my house, then I'm gonna be at a Starbucks. You wanna catch Gianna? Where are you right now? Let's meet up at a Starbucks, okay? And I'll buy you Starbies. I'm sitting down and we'll chat and we'll chill. But as Tash rightfully said, like I'm kind of that friend wherever you need me to be. It may not, it definitely is not going to be at a party. So when you're done partying, if it's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and you want to get Burger King or KFC, I'm there with you. I will. And Uber is a clickety clack away. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there. Yeah.
I guess as Ocean said, for me, it's really going out. The girl loves to do road. So I mean, going on adventures, trips, anything like that. Restaurant, come I love my belly. Um, games night, cookouts, um, just chill and park.
Going to the gym.
Going to the Ocean, going to the gym. But yeah,
Shop.
gosh, like anything. Go shopping.
Go out. Have
Got
certain
experience and
parties where we go. See me, link up, drink, everything.
Drink, man of God, drink.
Of course.
Oh, God. But yeah, like any little thing, it depends. But you guys know, and we love when people come to a yard and I will be host. Like we enjoy doing that
Mhm.
and providing a safe space for our friends. That's
Yes.
something that we really enjoy doing. And so that's something I really enjoy doing with friends. And you know, them come over and them cook and we chat and laugh and them sleep over and you know, all that little vibe. Yes, that's something that we really do enjoy. And of course the trips and the going out and the beach and the
Correct.
river, the food and
Oh yeah.
excitement. Yeah, and the driving together and all that. But
Mhm.
that's it. Oh my gosh, today was so good. Um, and I trust and hope that you guys will take things from this live
Mhm.
and and this video and just really go on there and build some stronger friendships. I mean, some highlights for tonight was really loving your friend in their language, being
Yes.
intentional, communicating, asking your friend, how can I serve you? What can I do? Let me know. Hit me up. You get what I mean?
Barbies.
Go on Starbucks. Love me. But yeah, so thank you, ladies, so much for coming. And of course, our friend them this.
Yeah.
We must stay in this same breath that we have some really good friends.
Facts.
Our friends are very
Facts.
dependable, and I don't take you, my friends, for granted. I
Oh,
appreciate my community.
I
I
really
always said I'm the best set of friends ever. Like God and
Yeah.
people. Yeah,
I have
period.
some, we have some
Angular.
we see when I talk to them, boy.
But anything, yes,
Big
we
up
have some
yourself,
real
Tash.
friends.
Big up yourself, Gianna.
Yes, guys,
Yes,
we
Mango.
appreciate you
Haven't
and our
trouble
friends
in a
in the
while.
chat and all of that. Guys, we love you. We don't want to self loving us so much, all of our friends. We appreciate you. If we never have good friends, we could have come talk like this.
Oh
Facts.
gosh.
So, anyways, yeah. But yes, guys, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, and a family, and an uncle, and brother, and sister, and everybody. And we want to tell you guys to go and subscribe to Lady Glenn's channel, Evolve Global, Throughout a Lifetime TV, officially shoots I Am Remnant JA. Thank you guys and see you next week. By the way, next week is a love month and it's gonna be spicy.
That's what I'm just gonna say, yo, guys, for February,
It's gonna be nice.
there's a whole lot of stuff coming. There's a lot of new stuff coming.
Excitement.
I want one of us subscribe. We want to reach 500 by February month.
Whoa.
And we have some prizes and surprises coming for the month of February. So
Yeah.
stay tuned and watch out for it. We link up again.
Bye.